my hosts, and welcome to another Minecraft live stream. Today we are going to be continuing to build our ziggurat tower. A second, just taking a drink. And we've done the base so far, so we'll be working on the next level up. Also, I've got some nice tomato soup, so I'm going to be eating that as well. Even though it is a little bit hot. I've got to stick weirdly. All right. Oh, there's an Enderman whomping around and stealing. That is that 3 things wide. Oh, let's go and have a look. The columns aren't in a 2, 3 uniform position, are they? There are a whole lot of little oddities with this thing, so we want that to be the corner. Right. Let's get hold of some sandstone. While we're at it, some stairs as well. Spare in there. Alright. Some stairs as well. All right. So this is the edge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We join this up here. Oops, that one's upside down. All right. There we go. And we fill in this. Like the other ones. So let's go back. Gonna miss that spot there. Make sure we're on that line. Block. 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 Quickly take a nap. Oh, it's not night, it's... I hate this rule thing. All right. Yep. And that one's going to be in the corner, so I'll make sure we widen that out. And we'll make sure that that works as well. Fill in that spot there. Alrighty. Now very curious how medieval... Well, how mega structures and large constructions were planned in the past. I mean, obviously they had writing and could make drawings. I'm pretty sure they weren't the sort of formal architectural drawings we have these days. So what exactly did they look like? Because there is a point, like for a house or something small, you can kind of basically wing it. But if you're working on a massive project where you're coordinating heaps of people, you basically need somebody to have a clear and unified view of the project, so everybody can work towards it. I'm guessing you would have, like, somebody draw up some plans, but how they actually worked, I am now curious about. I'll have to do a search on the internets later on. Right. And, I mean, what would your equipment be? It would have been a straight edge. String lines, yep. They would have had levels. But what else? There we go. Oops. It's a solid block there. I mean, did they have sort of like... Oh, I've forgotten even... So like the surveyor's thing. And to what extent could they use it? I mean, in order to use it properly, you need trigonometry. And I know trig tables were known to certain ancient civilizations, but I'm not sure if they were known to the medieval cultures. Yeah, so a history of building plans, I think, would be an interesting consideration. Oh. All right. There we go. There. All right. I know there was a certain amount of tradition related to the building of cathedrals and such what. I think we believe this one out. And in a way, that was an evolutionary thing. Like, without modern engineering, you would build a cathedral and it would stay up. So you would build your next cathedral following the same basic design. And then somebody might try to build a bigger cathedral and it falls down. So they learn from that. You've got to do other things, like flying buttresses. And I'm going to suspect that that concept is a gross oversimplification. Because, I mean, even though they didn't have the concept of force, you'd think they'd have sort of like a semi-intuition-ish idea that, oh yeah, if you put something on top of something else, the weight gets distributed through it. And most likely they would not have the technology to calculate how much weight is. But you can sort of like reason it out from proportions and such what. All right. That's an Enderman whomping around. All right. Hopefully this is late enough that when I go like that... No. Of course not. All right. Let's get some towers in place, and I've got to get some blocks for the towers. There I go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Cap the top off like that. Did I see somebody move around there? What was it? A zombie groaning around somewhere. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bet it's either a it's one of those what do you call them? Husks, or 2, 3, 4, 5. They're hiding in that cave over there. I think it's the other place where it could be. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. It is strange that 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. All my major structures that I've built, well, except for the cube, or maybe including the cube, are kinda religious. Like, we've got the church, then we've got the underground feasting hall, which also has sort of like a cathedral-like essence. There we go. Wonder why that is. I mean, I am a demoness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also think it's... explain it. A type of spiritual yearning I have? Even though I don't have a strong... about to say I don't have strong religious beliefs, but that's a lie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even though I don't believe in the supernatural, I do have a love of the aesthetics of religion. And the... how to explain it? The aesthetics and sort of like the recreational aspects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Social aspects and all of those things. Alright. Missing another corner block. Okay. But alright, there. Suppose I make up with some of that through fandom and furry and all that type of thing. Right, let's get that last corner in place. Oh, there. All right. Okay, you go there and goes like that. I guess it's like a metaphor. Like these towers kind of also relate. Well, these structures also kind of relate to the various sides. Oh, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I miscounted there. That's better. So, like, the cube definitely represents my love of mathematics. While these temples do have a sort of like aesthetic and artistic side to them. Although they are incredibly structured as well. Sort of oh! See what I was talking about? Guys hiding. Alright. Should I go and light that up? It would be safer. Unless... See, what did I tell you? Knew you were hiding there. I'm concerned that if I stick torches in the wrong spot, I'll trigger a collapse of the roof and die horribly. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alrighty. That is another square done. Alright. We're making pretty good progress on the cube. Yeah. Of course, in ancient times, the division between what we consider the arts and what we consider the humanities and the sciences was not so strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. and if you were a person of means, you were considered uneducated unless you had a background in all three and knowledge enough to talk confidently on them. Of course, the amount of information in all those subjects was a lot smaller, so it was conceivable for a person to do that without specialising. And also that was strictly restricted to the upper classes. It's sort of like it was a matter of showing off. That you had enough free time to dedicate to learning all these kind of otherwise useless things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rather than, say, working in the fields. There. So there was a sort of class aspect to it. I suppose that's why they call them classical. There. And the classics. Because it was the things you had if you had class. All right. I wonder if that etymology is true, or is it sort of folk etymology? All right. Finish that off. Okay. There. There. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, England's considered a very class-based society. But what I'm curious about is that something peculiar to the English, or is that something that's more European? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, if you looked at the Spanish in Spain, would you get the same sort of perceptions of high, middle, and low class / working class people? Where the low class would even drift into criminality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Of course, the United States considers itself a classless society. But that's not entirely true. As in a lot of ways for the United States, race seems to take the role of class. Which, in a lot of ways, might be worse. And of course, alright, it's not like the English are entirely free of racism. There. I just didn't deploy it quick enough. Wasn't thought that racism at least the modern type was an invention of the Enlightenment in order to justify screwing people over. Because if everybody are all rational people of equal value, then there's no good justification for invading their countries and taking their stuff. Like, you couldn't claim it was saving the savages from not being Christian anymore. And other such justifications. Okay. All right. Let's do another side. You there. You there. I slip up? Oh, that's not quite in line with that, but that's fine. Okay. Right. Up there. I might actually connect back. Ask the Faculty of Architecture. All right. I'm now recalling a project that somebody was working on with cathedral designs. And the idea was to make use of gzip. And the thing is, gzip looks for common patterns. So what they were doing was having a textual description of all the intervening lines between all the structures in a cathedral, sort of like mapped out mathematically, as you do. And then they would run it through a compression algorithm and prepend one structure with another, with the idea that if the structures were very dissimilar, they wouldn't compress well. But if they were super alike, they would actually compress well, and you could, in a completely repeatable manner, have a measure for how different two cathedral structures were. Now, curious of how that stuff turned out. All right. Right, let's get some more sandstone formed. Once again, thinking about all the new features we will soon have to make this particular job less of a hassle. Let's throw away that weird bit of orange terracotta, you and that bone. Don't need that either. Sand into there. Anything else we can pick up that might be useful as we walk by. Second thing of sand that's used to catch the overflow from the first one when we had a lot of sand, which we keep using. All right. Some concrete. We might go for white concrete stairs for some of the levels. Can we make white concrete stairs? Just a weird potato. There, all right. That. Oh. Brick stairs. Might actually be a cute idea that every level up has a different type of stair. All right. Let's get some sandstone in place. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. You like that. Oops. That was upside down, so is that one. Oh. Yeah. Oh, come on. Right on that edge. Good. That looks wrong. All right. I need some scaffolding. I think it's quicker to just drop down and grab some from the main storage. I don't think these retaining walls looked too bad either. I think the cobblestone actually works for them. So I recall seeing a lot of cobblestone retaining walls. So like where... so like on the seashore, like they're doubling as... they're doubling as wave breaks. I think the reason they use stones rather solid blocks is that they actually absorb the force of the water and break it up rather than being broken by the... Broken? Yeah. Which a solid block would do. Yeah. So like, now I'm thinking of wave breaks and the ones that use basically giant D6s. The spiky type to act as a wave break. And they sort of fit in with each other. And again, yeah, the water can flow through them, so it absorbs some of the force rather than the force being absorbed completely by the structure and distributed. Gets turned into heat through turbulence. Very powerful force. It's what jet engines work on internally. So it actually creates turbulence inside a jet engine, so the fuel and the air mix cleanly. The fuel isn't racing through the engine at supersonic speeds, but it's like lazily spinning around and then heating up. And then it's only when they start to escape through the nozzles and the stators that they turn into laminar flow. And at that point, they're pushing the turbines around and being all jet engine-y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And of course, it's a jet turbine engine, as in the turbine is the thing that spins around and produces a thrust. The way that it moves is by squirting out a jet of I'm going to say, because I'm a rocket scientist type person, or been influenced with that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reaction mass. Just like a jet boat or a jet ski works by squirting out a jet of water and uses the reaction mass of the water being accelerated backwards out through a hole. Just a contrast to propeller-driven designs of both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's again, I guess they're both solving the same problem of how to drive something in an almost frictionless environment, or in a fluid environment, where boats have to contend with water. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And aircraft have to contend with good old-fashioned air. That's going to be the last of those ones. I've got some more. Cool. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. Here we go. Oopsie daisy. That's all upside down. All right. That's there. And we go like that. And we go like that. 2 more posts. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Oh. One goes away. All right. There. This has got some inspiration from the Tower of Babel, which is important for both conlangers and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, mostly conlangers, which I do a bit and should do a video on conlanging. All right. Let's settle in here. Oh. Got 2 bits left. We can go up here. I've got to work out how to oops. It's always a little scary jumping from pillar to post. I think that's the that's the right expression. These are pillars and posts, so that's that finished off. I'm actually thinking that this won't have a level up. Bring this floor in somehow. And do it that way. Oop. Like that. There we go. There, more. I actually like the sort of stylistic inconsistencies around here. It kind of bit of environmental storytelling, as in different cultures occupying this area over time. That. And even though technically, in actual factual things, the church came before the ziggurat, think that in the story of this world, the church is a more recent structure. All right. And I'm gonna... we have to complete that wall off there. But we have completed the main second ring of pillars. That's good, because that will mean we can actually start on... We can start on the next floor. Most likely when we have our next Minecraft stream. Did I mark this as private or something? No, it's still public. Okay, cool. Let's drift into a landing. All right, let's jump back to my main room. Thank you, everybody, for joining me as I played Minecraft. Today we completed the inner ring of pillars, which will support our second floor. So we'll be building up to that. As always, thank you everybody for watching, and I hope to see you all later. Goodbye.